one league and I called my character Honky Donk Paconka Donk. Paconk a Donk. Nice. Ow. I think we've got the last quest item in this place. RGB helmet. Let's see, talk to Bannon, deliver the stuff. Alright, go back to town.
No.
She gives me a book.
Remember, we toodles.
The high proof. I don't ask.
care.
Innocence blesses your journey.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember.
I did think about that one for a sec. Let's see. Travel to reclass, is there a mine, crafting bench? Okay. Alright. So now we can go on to the next thing. So I need to go back to the rooftop and go into the next act. Good thing you have your emotional support Mukluk. Yes! It's weird that there's a wildwood here, because this area is just like a town. Gosh. Let me out! Yeah, this level's just like a dock. Alright, sail to Rayquest.
Alright, don't think I'll be time and tide, wait for no man.
That would just make
Bad thing about
life
the new gems is you gotta
complicated.
grind the lab to get them. I did do my first labyrinth earlier, and I saw there was an option to transmute a gem, but I did not realize that was the only way to get the new gems.
First we hear, let's stay sharp out there.
Little unfortunate if that's the case. Oh, whoop. I put the next point there.
That would just make life complicated.
Alright. Twilight Strand. The Wildwood mechanic is fine. I don't hate it. But it is becoming kind of monotonous, like just doing this at the beginning of every single level. Like, it definitely, like, a little bit of it feeling tedious.
Welcome.
The Primal Huntress.
Greetings.
Was that my current thing? No, it's not. That's the other one.
Welcome.
What do you sell? Offering some more effect on you on my file. Chance to fill that. Nope, don't
Move
care.
swiftly.
I see Wild Mike on PoE. What's up, Talix? I'm also playing it right now. Just about to do Tower of God. Nice. Finished that a few hours ago myself.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Missed some. There's one. This quest is to clear this level. It's a small level, but you get the reward for killing every last mob on it. So I gotta check every nook and cranny here. There we go. There's our quest update. Couple of orbs too, nice. Alright, talk to Lily for your reward. Where is Lily? Oh, she's down by the boat. That's right, she becomes the new merchant when, what's her name goes missing.
Wretches. While you be skulking about, time and tide wait for no man.
Do you have this hat in each game, Jesus? It was funny. So, this is a more of a witch hat than a wizard hat. It's a bit too pointy. But when we were playing this one day, they added that to the shop, and chat started freaking out, going, "Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it." And I was like, "Yo, it's $2. I'm not gonna spend $2 on that." And then someone just slammed down $2 donation. It was like, buy the hat. And I was like, oh my god, fine. And it's like, okay, well, I've got it now. I might as well use it on my characters. So I've been using it ever since. So that guy summons like magma orbs that would slowly float over above your head and then explode. Ah, these are the Tukohamas guys. I did a season, a league, where I did a Spectre build. So these guys, they summon totems. And see that orange laser? The totem spams that. So you summon the Spectre of the Tukohama guy, and the Tukohama guy summons the totem, and then the totem spams the laser. So it's like your pets have pets have pets. And the laser, it heats up. So it does more damage each second, and also it reduces the fire resist of the person it's hitting while it's hitting them. So it's like shredding their resistances. And because he had to resummon that totem as he moved, it was not great at quickly clearing maps, but it was really good at killing bosses because the damage just kept ramping up. So it was nice for fighting like big guys, but only mediocre at clearing the trash. Abyss, one of my favorite leagues. Shaft. God. Oh my gosh. I almost died. My eyes flashed before my eyes. Well, what I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted by my pulse, do you have a favorite league? Mine, of the ones I played, I believe I had the most fun in either Abyss or Breach. They are just mindless mayhem.
I need more mana.
Goodness gracious. I think that guy got buffed by the pixie dust stuff. You miss Harvest League? I dabbled in Harvest League, so I remember that mechanic. That was the one where you had like the weird garden thing. See, Tidal Islands. What is this blue circle? Does it damage me? See, it might just damage me when I cross the boundary. I don't think it was hurting me while I was just standing inside it. Force Dash. was able to carve myself a couple of mirror-tiered gear during Harvest. I freely admit that me joining TOTA was more due to the tattoos than the build I played. Harvest me was at best the first league it came back. Superior military stuff. I think when it came to, you know, these things, like the achievement rewards, I think Abyss was the one I got the farthest in. Like, that's the one I actually put in the most time trying to do all the weird achievements to get, like, the wings and cosmetics and stuff. This is a very long abyss. Holy crap. God, it's still moving. I gotta run around and get all this loot, try not to miss any of it if I can. What is this guy? Primal, Empowered, and Evasive. Wait, what? What the heck? He just went invulnerable for a second there. Let's see, Orb, I need that. Vol Orb, go back for that. Instilling Orb. All the minions build, I see. I stopped using SRS a little while ago because it was getting to be a bit too much for me with everything else I had. Instilling Orb. Okay, I remember hearing about these. These were added when I wasn't active. Adds an enchantment to a utility flask that will cause it to be used when certain conditions are met. Replaces any existing enchantment. What conditions? Do you get to choose the condition, or does it just like roll a condition randomly? Like on fire, it'll put it out. What if it's like, what if you put it on a flask like like bismuth, increase your armor by 1500, and you just want to keep that up like all the time? It's random? Oh, okay. If you put instilling on something, can you like use alteration orbs to change how it triggers, or do you have to use another instilling orb?
How you going?
29 strength, 26 strength, 16 fire res, 16 life, 75 max life. Ooh, that's good. So 1300 health becomes 1498, almost 200 hit points. You can spam those to keep changing the trigger. Probably folks with his Righteous Fire build, that's been changed quite a bit this league, so it might not be up to date. Only instilling. Okay. And that gives us that breaks 1,500 life. Let's see. Back to the coast. You can also spend 5 of them in the crafting bench to guaranteed get the one you want. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I never liked much playing the potion piano, where it's just you run like 1 health pot and then like 4 different buff pots, and you're just like mashing them all every time. I mean, to be fair, I don't know anyone that liked playing the potion piano, so if I was going to use any of those, it would only be with like instilling probably. I would have to learn how to do that. Ah! I was frozen solid. I used all my potions, but I was frozen solid. I don't have anything that gets me out of freeze. There's a lot of yellows. Let's see if we can fix that before it happens again. Atmok always had difficulty choosing the right items for their stats and PoE. What is the best thing to quickly search in an item and get priority? Like socket slots, pure stats, strength, dex, and resistances, something else does it change depending on classes? The short answer is it depends, because when you look at an item, you know, the first thing you notice is like the base item. For example, this item here is a Viscountess's Calling Wand. The base item is just Calling Wand. And I'm playing a minion build. Calling Wands always have minion stats on them. So just anytime I see a Calling Wand, it catches my eye. Now, if a Calling Wand has really good special stats on it, but it doesn't have good sockets, I can fix that with orbs. I can use, you know, Jeweler's Orbs and Orbs of Linking and stuff like that to add sockets to a really good Calling Wand. If the wand had really, like this is a wand with really good sockets, but mediocre stats. I could, for example, try to, I could use a Regal Orb to upgrade it and give it more effects to make it a little bit better. But, you know, basically if you find an item with good sockets, you might be able to use orbs to increase the stats. If you find a good item that's a good base item with good stats, you might use orbs to increase the sockets. Basically something that meets like half of your needs, and then you could try to like fill in the others. Is typically how I do it. But there's so much of a focus on crafting in this game, there's a lot of things that you could choose from. Okay, let's try to fix the... So I just died a minute ago because I was not able to get out of that freeze. Immunity to freeze for 6 seconds if used while frozen. That'll do.
Stay sharp out there.
That'll do. What's worth getting? Currency stash? Anything else? You can absolutely play 1,000 hours of this game without spending a dime if you want to. However, in terms of quality of life, #1 thing in my opinion is the currency stash tab. I also have the essence tab and the map tab and a couple of others. I don't feel the card tab is worth it because you could just use a normal tab for cards. But beyond that, it depends on how much you play. But I have I've got like 1,600 hours in this game. Every couple of leagues, I really, you know, I'll enjoy it for another 100 hours or so. But I have zero regrets on the 20 bucks I put down to get a bunch of tabs early on in my time playing this game. I also bought a couple of cosmetics. Like you see, I've got like mummies instead of zombies. Like that's one. Stuff like that. Lots of yellows. What is that? Is that Piranda's coins? Oh no, that's Smuggler's Cash. They removed Piranda's, didn't they? I think they did. Oh, as Nessa. I need to talk to her.
He did this to me.
Okay.
The King of Brian. And he wants me to be.
Yeah, and Metamorph was gone too. Delve still here, yes. Yes. Yeah, if I go here, see here's mine encampment and menagerie. Delve and bestiary are both still there. I remember when bestiary first came out, that one was received pretty negatively, but then they did a lot of QOL with it, and it's much better now. Like when it first came out, you had to throw the nets on the monsters, and if you killed them too fast, then you would fail. Like you had to get them under 10% health and throw a net. And for some builds, like a minion build couldn't hit the brakes, or if you were using Culling Strike, you would accidentally kill it constantly. And it was just a pain. And then they changed it to where the Einhar throws the nets, and it would never fail. And it was like, okay, this is much more tolerable. That's one of the few times I can remember the community just almost unanimously was like, we don't like this. Alright, that was a boring one. Walk, and up. Then now you have Einhar making jabs with this what you don't have Nets Exile, yeah. Away, little beast! Seiko adds currency tab is like the #1 thing for quality of life. Sometimes I'll be able to say, yeah. That's on point with what I said too. I think I missed a boss down there. I gotta go back. Yeah, I use currency. The currency is the #1 I recommend. And if you get just currency, it's probably like $5 or $10. But I use currency. I use map. I have essence. I don't have card, and I don't feel like I need card. I think just any open tab is enough for dealing with cards. Trying to get the minions on the things I need them to hit with Convocation. There we go.
Tukohama.
Tukohama.